How's it going, everyone? My name's Travis, and today I'm going to be going over my Lone Star hiking trail gear. So let's. So the Lone Star Trail is only 2 weeks away, and this is all the stuff I'm bringing. All of that. So let's start out over here with water. I'm going to be bringing 2 liters of and these smart water bottles. Filters those up, have those ready to go and all filtered, so I can have fresh, clean water whenever I need it. I'm going to be taking the Sawyer Squeeze, and this isn't going to be the main thing I'm going to use to process water. There's this Life straw bottle with the little Life straw in there that you scoop out. Now, I'm not taking this, but there's that new bottle. I can't think of what it is, but it has a super great flow rate that you fill the little bottle up with and you squeeze it out, and it has a super awesome flow rate, and that's coming tomorrow. So that's not going to be on this video. And the Lone Star Hiking Trail guidebook is what I'm taking, and that's not in this video yet either. So that's it for water. As Sawyer, 2 bottles, and then the bottle I'm gonna bring later on. Now food. This is what my packets of day food looks like. Since there's no resupply or anything on the trail, I'm going to be taking these, and within these are breakfast, like a bag of breakfast, and then there's a bag of lunch, and then to put dinner in just the big outer bag. So I have 6 of these. This one didn't fit in with the rest here in this big stuff sack. This weighs 10 pounds by itself. Okay. And then I have this stuff, which is snacks. I have a bunch of snacks in here and snacks in there, just to, if I have to hang that also, I will do that. And I'm taking a canister stove. Here, I will take this out for you and show you all that I'm bringing. I'm taking this small steel pot. This aluminum foil has a lid. This was in there with it, but I'm not taking this one. This one's almost empty. I'm taking a completely full one, and that should last me long enough. And then I'm taking this cheap old, this cheap, let me get it open. There you go. Cheap stove off of Amazon. So it's worked so far, and hopefully, it'll work fine out there. I'm taking the Light My Fire spork and spoon with the little knife with the serrated edge there for cutting, which I don't really need. I got this to wash, clean it and scrub out my dishes. What else I got in here? I got a trash bag. And then I don't plan on doing many campfires, but if I do this, everything in this little bag will start that up for me. So if I do need a fire, that's got it. So food is all this. Stove and water. So that's that. Here's my toiletries. I'm probably not going to be taking this big heavy shovel for poop digging, cat holes. I'll probably take something else. I have 2 rolls of toilet paper. I sawed a toothbrush in half, and I have some toothpaste. And that's toiletries. Here is my first aid kit I'm going to have just sitting around. can see there's some ibuprofen in there, tweezers, poison ivy stuff, antibiotic ointment. I get poison ivy real easy, so that's a must. There's a chapstick in there, and suntan lotion. I burn real easy too, so that's good to have. Next is going to be clothing. This here is my rain jacket, and I open this while I talk about those there. You can see this just comes right out of the pocket, and I sprayed this with a coat of, you know, waterproofing. So this is a bay leaf rain jacket, and I have worn it in the rain quite a few times, and it works great. So, you know, hopefully it'll keep up with that on the trail. Now, I have my sleeping clothes, which are just to keep me warm. It's a long sleeve, and what are they? Fruit of the Loom long sleeve shirt and some long sleepy pants, as well as 2 pairs of synthetic socks. These are cotton socks here, and I'll probably wear these to bed instead of the synthetic, because I don't want these getting wet at all. I have a buff here, which I'm going to take to block me from the sun, stuff like that. And then I have some sunglasses. I have a hat, but I doubt I'm going to need it at all while I'm out there. So, probably not going to bring that. Okay, so moving on to the sleep system. We have a Tough Outdoors. This is a cheap sleeping bag, but it's good for 3 season, no problem. And if I get too cold, I also have a sleeping bag liner, which I could probably just go with just this, but this is my first long backpacking trip, so I don't want to cut it short, so I'm gonna say it's worth the extra weight. Sleeping bag liner. Now, I have this too. It's a static V2 sleeping pad, but I also have the Thermarest Z-Lite fold-out sleeping pad, and I might leave this. Again, I don't want to cut my trip short because I've never slept on the Z-Lite pad, so I don't want to, you know, I'm just going to bring both of them just in case. And a pillow. And I know that's not essential, but hey, it's super light. This is Thermarest also. And here, let me just, super comfy, super light. I know it takes up a bunch of space, but I've already put all this stuff in my bag, and it weighs about 32 pounds, something like that. And it feels fine. I'll show you my bag here in a sec. Okay, so sleep system, and then here is my electronics bag. You see a solar powered battery here, you know, so you can, it's a battery port, not port, you know, it stores energy so you can power your stuff later. I don't need this, I really don't. It's a lamp, like just a lamp to put in the tent at night, but I really don't need it, so I'm probably going to take it out of there. I have 2 headlamps, a cheap one and not so cheap one. I have a through night right there, which is super awesome, and then I just have an Energizer one as a backup. And then I have the Anchor solar panel right here, so I can lay across my backpack and charge all my stuff up. So so nothing will go dead. I keep posting stuff on Facebook, taking videos, stuff like that. So that's the Anchor solar panel. I'm also taking these Crocs, not just as camp shoes, but I'm going to be taking them because I know it can get really muddy and get really nasty over there, and I don't want to be sludging around in my other shoes, which I don't have over here, but they are some trail shoes I got from Dick's Sporting Goods. So I don't want to sludge around in those, so I'll wear these and just walk through all the junk and gush and stuff like that in these. Next, my tent is the Big Agnes Copper Spool Ultralight one-person tent. This thing weighs nothing. Like, compared to my other tent I have in there is the Celtic Guinnison. It weighs nothing. And here's the super light poles that go with it. And I also have a footprint from one of my other tents that I'm going to be using on the Big Agnes tent. So all of this stuff is going to be going in this right here. Now this is the Osprey Atmos 65 AG. It's got a compartment for my sleeping bag, and it's a super cool bag. I love this bag. It's got enough room for everything, and then maybe even some extra room. And it has a water pouch, a Camelback, and I love this mesh that comes with it. I mean, it makes up the whole thing, and you can see how it just like wraps around. It's super awesome. And I love it. I filled it up. 32 pounds. Wearing this thing feels like nothing at all. So yeah, guys, that was it. That's what I'm taking in 2 weeks to the Lone Star hiking trail, and this is going to be practice for I'm taking these too. Sorry, I'm taking the Fox Ellie trekking poles, carbon fiber. Yeah, so taking those. Here's the shoes I have. The trail runners. Not wearing boots, I'm wearing trail runners. And here's the Thermarest Z-Lite sleeping pad. So I'm taking all of that, and I'll keep you updated and post videos about the trail, on the trail, right before the trail. Got to take a Greyhound over there, so that should be fun. And I'll let you know. See you in the next one.